What you're looking at right now on the screen is one of the most insane items that I have ever owned and some of the most money that I've ever spent on an item as well. These are sports glove vise minimal wear, which normally cost like $3,800, and I bought these in a recent cash trade, and I actually paid more than $3,800 for them. And that might sound crazy, that might sound absurd, but in this video today, I'm going to be talking about why I paid so much for these gloves, why they are so crazy, and I'm also going to be going over the rest of my inventory and things that I've bought over the past couple weeks and like past month or so, and just hopefully show you guys a lot of cool items in this video today. But of course, first, let me plug my cash trading business, because if you are looking to sell any of your CS2 items for cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. I can help you quickly, safely, efficiently, easily. You don't have to worry about getting scammed or anything weird going on or anything like that. Turn your items, whether it be gloves or knives or cases, stickers, capsules, whatever, turn them into cash. And of course, by selling to me, you're helping support me, my channel, and my content as well. With that being said, let's get right into this. So I want to start out by talking about these sports glove vise. Sports glove vise are obviously a very, very sick item. Sports glove vise in factory new. One of the craziest items in the game, such expensive gloves, but even sport glove vise in any kind of wear or whatever are absolutely insane. And like I said, these gloves on buff are around $3,800, something like that. And I paid more than $3,800 for these gloves. But the reason being, the float on these is not that insane. These are 0.126 float. And if you guys know, minimal wear starts at like 0.08. I think 0.07 is factory new, 0.0, and above 0.07 is minimal wear. So these aren't that insane in terms of that minimal wear, but what you do have to keep in mind that there are different pattern templates just like this. And this is pattern template 886. And with vice gloves, you have different amounts of designs and different amounts of wear and tear on the gloves, even in the different float values. And the thing about these gloves, at least from what I'm being told, again, I'm no expert on this, but I have a team, I have people I work with. Obviously, the guy who's selling to me was telling me about it. I've looked at screenshots and stuff like that. Is that these are minimal wear vice gloves with near perfect or possibly even perfect knuckles. Apparently, like right here, like on the left hand and on the right hand, people like to look at like the index finger and the index finger area. And apparently a lot of the different wears will show a lot of wear, especially in the knuckle areas, even on some of the patterns and certain wears and stuff like that. But the pairs that have very, very good wear, they go for overpay, and this is very, very cool because, again, vice gloves, spending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on a pair of gloves is insane. This is one of the most expensive items I've ever purchased, one of the most expensive items I've ever bought, and it's obviously very illiquid. Not everyone is going around trying to spend $5,000 or $4,800 or $4,500 or whatever on minimal wear vice gloves that look like they could be factory new. This is a niche item. This is going to be pretty illiquid. I don't know how long it's going to take me to sell these or whatever, and hopefully I'm able to make some profit. I think I should be able to, but either way, it's just super cool, super interesting. The first pair of sports glove vise I've ever owned. And not only that, they're a very special, very unique pair of sports glove vise. And a lot of the people I've shown them to have said, wow, these actually are very, very good looking. These are very, very crazy. And I'm happy that somebody was able to come with these to me. And again, I got them hopefully a good deal, hopefully a deal that they were happy with, being able to cash out. I paid over market value for them and gave them an instant cash out offer. But just a super sick item that I definitely wanted to show you guys. A couple of other items that are not currently in my inventory that I want to show you guys before we dive into my inventory. One, I recently sold this M4A1S Black Lotus field tested. Again, one of the newer items in the game, obviously coming from the Kilowatt case. I think the M4A1S Black Lotus looks very cool. It's not super expensive, it's like $20, $25, something like that. But it looks beautiful. It's really great art. It's a cool M4A1S skin. And I wanted to show that off to you guys while it's still new. I think it's new and exciting for me. Another thing that I sold was this StatTrak AK-47 Inheritance, which when I sold it, it didn't have these stickers on it, but this guy threw 4 G2 Copenhagen glitters and then a donk Copenhagen paper, it looks like, on this thing, which I think, a lot of these white stickers look very cool on the Inheritance, and it's just insane because, yes, the Inheritance is a new skin, but people love this thing so far. The prices are holding up very good for it. People are spending a ton of money, and I get it. It looks like a great skin. It's very, very cool, but people are loving the AK-47 Inheritance so far, and people are spending a lot of money on it. I know with new items, sometimes people get scared, and I know cash traders get scared because they're worried about, volatile items like the inheritance where prices are going to be going up and down all over the place. And when I posted this item, people were like, "Oh, Germ, be careful! Like, don't get burned buying new items, blah blah blah." But people like this item, and the prices are actually holding up pretty well. So I already bought and sold this and was able to make a nice profit. So I thought it was pretty cool. But I just wanted to show off it to you guys, and I thought this guy made a pretty cool craft with it. It's not the best looking craft. I don't really like glitters that much, but it's at least something unique and interesting he did with it. Another item that I did have in my inventory was this, a souvenir 5.7 contractor from Cato 14 with a Cato 14 Fanatic and a Cato 14 iBuy Power. Obviously very, very cool. Again, I'm still in a position where I haven't had very many Cato items in my inventory. I actually had this one because a guy bought buff balance from me. Again, that is another service that I offer. I will sell buff balance to people. You guys have to take the fees, but I buy items off of buff for people and I sell buff balance to people. That's just something I do. So if you're ever interested in that, keep that in mind. So this guy, had this item to list. I bought it from him and then traded it back to him, but still a very, very cool item that I had in my inventory for some time. And then finally, the last item that isn't currently in my inventory that I wanted to show you guys was this, a Stat Track Night Stripe Kukri knife. Again, Stat Track knives, not really all that cool. A field tested Night Stripe knife, not really that cool, but it is a Kukri knife, and this is yet again another thing where it's a new item where people are like, hey, be careful, they're volatile, prices are going to be all over the place. But so far, Kukri knives are holding up pretty well. And what's also super interesting and funny is that the guy who brought this from me, I just pulled up his inventory to pull up this knife. He has 5, 10, 15, 20, 21 Kukri knives in his inventory right now. It seems like he's buying up like all the Kukri knives he can find at good prices. So, I was able to sell this one off to him for a pretty decent price. But here's what that looks like. And it's just really cool that I've now had the Black Lotus, the Inheritance, and a Night Stripe Kukri knife all in my inventory, all within the first couple of weeks of them being in the game and in the kilowatt case being in the game and stuff like that. So, other stuff that I have in my inventory, I have a couple of my own investments and stuff there. That's stuff that I'll probably want to show off in another video. I do have a couple of stickers that I have cash traded. People sold this to me. I bought a couple of Gamer Legion hollows. Obviously, when I bought these, it was before Gamer Legion was actually going to Copenhagen, so I thought these were going to be a little bit better purchases. They ended up being a little bit worse, but still, I got them for a pretty decent price right before the Copenhagen Major. But, could have been worse, could have been better, whatever. I also got the Maus foil from Stockholm, which I do like a lot. Obviously, Maus is now getting its third borderless sticker in Copenhagen, but there's no new Maus foils, so I think foils are still going to hold up pretty well. No matter what, I think the Maus Stockholm stuff is really, really cool. Picked up a couple of Maus Stockholm hollows as well. I also had 3 Tyloo Stockholm hollows, but those already sold. Those are always very, very fast movers for me. Got these all at a good price. Should be able to make a nice little bit of profit off them, so I'm excited about that. Also picked up an M4A1S print stream. Print stream, everything is always stuff that I love to buy. I love to pick up. They're some of my favorite skins in the game, so I love looking at them and having them in my collection, but they're also very popular, so they also move really, really fast, and people love them, so I'm sure I'll be selling this M4A1S print stream before I know it, but it does have some FaZe Kerrigan stickers from Paris on it, and then a FaZe glitter from Paris on it as well, which I think, again, a lot of stickers look very, very cool on the print stream. Some other kind of, like I said, I bought a ton of Stockholm Contenders capsules. I bought a ton of Prisma 2 cases. I'll probably talk about that in a future video, but that's not really some of the stuff I wanted to show off. I also have Specialist Gloves Mogul that I picked up in a recent cash trade. I don't know what these are. These are like field tested, I think. Some pretty cool gloves. Again, gloves, just always cool items to have in CS2. Here I have an AK-47 jet set, name tag Vacation on it. This one has 5 stickers. It's actually a 5X craft. It looks like the guy just kind of put random stickers all over it. I know the jet set has been a very, very common gun for crafting recently because it already looks like it has the stickers all over it, and now you can put even more stickers kind of randomly all over it. So there's a lot of cool jet set crafts. I don't know that I necessarily love this jet set craft or whatever, but obviously it's a cool AK to have, and it's another one that I picked up in a cash trade that hopefully I'll be able to make a little bit of money off of. I'm excited about that. I have these Moto gloves, 3rd Commando Company. I don't really think they're that cool, but hey, they're still gloves. Gloves are still a cool item in CS2, and they're gloves that I probably have never owned before. I got these Moto gloves Smoke Out, which I think are kind of an interesting, really cool item. Again, gloves are gloves. I'm always going to be happy and excited about that. This, a very, very, very sick knife I was able to pick up. This is a skeleton knife Crimson Web. Can't remember what the wear is on this. This is field tested, I do believe. And yeah, it's very sick. Skeleton knife, Crimson Web, definitely an expensive knife. Not like a high-end knife or anything like that, but definitely like a mid-tier knife. Like $600, $700, $800, something like that. And just a cool knife. I think skeleton knife is very, very awesome. I think the Crimson Web is obviously a cool pattern on it. And yeah, this is hopefully an item that, it's not the most liquid in the world, but hopefully I'll be able to make a little bit of money, but definitely a big investment for me there. Anytime you're spending $600, $700, $800, it's going to be a big deal. And then finally, the most recent item that I just picked up today, and I'm very excited to have in my inventory. I think this is the first time I have ever owned a Bayonet Frog patch. This is another item where somebody was buying buff balance off of me, so they listed this item on buff. I bought it from them, which then sends the buff balance to their account, and then I get the item for a week until it's off trade hold, then I trade it back to them for free. But again, I really do like patches. I think overall patches are great investments. I have a Deadmen patch that I've made very, very good returns on. Obviously, anyone who's owned a Bayonet Frog anytime recently has absolutely killed it, but a ton of Riptide patches I think are great investments for the long run. I want to get my hands on more and more of them, but it's still cool to have a Bayonet Frog in my inventory, because this is like a $200, $250, $300 patch, and I am a very, very big fan of it and can appreciate it a lot, so I do like to own it while I can. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. That is all the kind of interesting and cool stuff that I've either cash traded or invested in, or had in my inventory from people buying buff mounts or whatever over the past couple weeks that I wanted to show off to you guys, because I'm a collector, I'm an investor, I'm a guy who loves and appreciates really cool CS2 items, and I'm in a blessed spot in a really cool position to be able to get my hands on a ton of awesome stuff. So I wanted to show it off to you guys for some content as well. But pretty much it for this video. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.